Greetings and welcome. Secret Squirrel here for Secret Squirrel Games. Glad to have you guys joining in, tuning in. Welcome to the stream. Today we are knocking out our daily and weekly challenges, as we always do, noon on Eastern Standard Time, noon, on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. On Tuesdays and Thursdays, well, Tuesday is a heavy tutorial day, or walk new players potentially through aspects of the game, so get them some familiarity with different aspects in case they have not come across things like factions and the challenges and how their storage works and all that kind of stuff, and the modes, the different modes and everything like that. That tutorial happens on Tuesdays. On Thursdays I also a little bit lesser of a tutorial, but still tutorial in the sense that I'm willing to answer questions, of course, and I'll still walk through the daily and weekly challenges. On Wednesdays and Fridays, what my intention is to do is to just get in there and play them, basically. If there are questions, I still have my stream tagged as a tutorial, so feel free to ask, of course. And if I can't answer a question, then I'm sure somebody in my chat usually can. I have a pretty knowledgeable little group of folks in my community. And what my intention, though, today is to just dive right in. I don't need to walk the whole thing through as if a completely new player is watching, but I am going to go ahead and walk us through the basic challenges. The challenges, you have 9 challenges, even though it only shows 5 here on a daily basis. That's because this win 2 battles and missions, this win 1 raid, this win 2 battles and missions or raids using a cannon, turret cannon, or plasma gun, and this complete 3 daily challenges all get replaced by something it's a little bit more involved once those are completed. Basically, it's just one more. So win 2 battles becomes win 3, win 1 raid becomes win 2, win 2 battles here becomes 3, win complete 3 daily challenges becomes complete 4, things like that. Fire sell an item on the market. It's an easy one to do. We're going to knock that out first. I can always use wires. I never have enough wires, so I'm going to go ahead and just buy that. They're a little expensive right now. So actually, you know what? I'm going to... yeah, I'm going to put in a... I'm going to put in a... they're still expensive, even at 715. But I'll do that. I'll put in a 7... no, you know what? There's a 717. There's 3 717s already out there. Ah, screw it. We're only talking about pennies, so I'll just buy them. That's fine. Done. At least I don't have to worry about that anymore. It's out of the way. If I look back at my daily challenges, that one is already gone. We've already completed 1 toward the 3 daily challenges here. What's going on, Aaron? Hey, hold on. Let me make one adjustment to my stream. I just realized is that for whatever reason, I put this blank text above my checkbox, and I meant to put it right below my checkbox. So now, welcome to the stream, Aaron. Glad to have you. So now, if you post a chat in there, it should show up better. Last time it showed a little subdued because it had that subdued box above it. Can you do me a favor, Aaron, and just post something real quick, just so I can see that it's showing up brighter on the in the chat? I would appreciate that. Anything will do. I don't care. Call me a name. There you go. Excellent. Much brighter. Much better. And much appreciated, as always. Thank you very much for doing that. And how is your day going, Aaron? Today, I am always doing my daily and weekly challenges, of course, but I am not specifically making them so tutorial focused per se, unless of course there are questions that are asked. But nevertheless, doing good, making money crafting, very good. What are you crafting and selling today? And for anybody else watching, there are weekly challenges as well underneath that we will be progressing toward. And then there are seasonal challenges here as well, where it says 1 of 5. That's because, just like the others, these get replaced by something a little bit more. So earn 2 patches becomes earn 3 patches, becomes earn 4 patches, becomes earn 5 patches, becomes earn 6 patches. And likewise, the reward for them goes from 300 experience toward the syndicate to 400, 500, 600, and 700. Anyway, Sidekicks or APC wheels. Yeah, and they're selling well. So, I am going to do my battles, my win 2 battles and missions, win 2 battles and missions raid using a cannon, turret cannon, or a plasma gun. I'm going to use a turret cannon. I'm going to use a little boy 6-pounder, reasonably well, profiting. That's good. And those will be knocked out concurrently at the same time. And I've already adjusted my low power score machine gun build to add a little boy instead. So we're only operating at a 2100 power score, which is not bad. We'll get a nice low challenge group rating basically here, or whatever, a group of enemies that we'll be fighting against. I'm going to do patrol missions because it's PvE and therefore it is faster with a higher reasonable chance of success than PvP. Usually. Lately though, after the last patch or build or whatever you want to call it, update, it does seem that the PvE bots have gotten tougher in general. I don't know if anybody else has noticed that or not, but it seems like the builds that they're using are a little bit tougher, and you don't quite have as high a success ratio as you used to, but still pretty good. Moogles just asked me if I'm streaming. I mean, you would think that Moogles would know, considering that Moogles is a follower and should be able to see that I am indeed streaming. I gotta get up in here. Might come, might not. Blew off one of its. Ah, come on, come on. Blew off the other one. Ha ha ha. Now what you got? What you got? Hey, nothing. There you go. That's what I'm talking about, right? That's how you do it. I mean, even though it was a late start, so I didn't score very high on the chart or anything like that because I was typing to Moogles, but nevertheless, came in right behind and blew off the back end of those things. So yeah, what I wanted to do, I was concerned about the chat not showing up very well before in the window, in the stream window, because of the colors. Because I use orange a lot. Oranges, as you can see, oranges. I dig orange. Orange is a good color for me. I like it. So it was not necessarily showing up very well. The in-game or in-stream chat was not showing up very well way over there on the other side of the screen until I decided to put this little window there. I might lighten it up a little bit. I don't think it needs to be quite that dark, but at least that gave an area, a little bit of a darker background for the orange to show up. Ah, it was right between them. And, yeah, so I might make that a little bit lighter. I don't think it needs to be quite that dark. Oh, man, are you kidding me right now? I almost flipped back up, too. He's gonna destroy me. Oh, between the two of them, definitely done. How are my allies just still up there dicking around? There's only... Alright. See, I know another ally Did the same thing. Oh well. I know. It's terrible. Just laying there getting shot in the ass. It's not a way to go out. It's terrible. Noble is about right. Yeah, I'm gonna lighten up that that chat background. Just first off, I have a stupid computer pop-up that I have to deal with. I'm gonna lighten up the chat background. Let's make it 30. We say. Let's say 30. See how that looks instead. That's not so bad, I don't think. I don't know, we'll see. It doesn't seem quite as invasive. We'll see how chat appears on it in, you know, the next time somebody decides to add anything to the conversation. Like Sego, who just pops in to berate me on my finale there. In that last combat. Thanks for that comment. Much appreciated. Yeah, it doesn't seem anywhere near as dark. I mean, obviously it's 40% less dark. But nevertheless. Boom! Over the hill. That was nice. With a hit over the hill. Right in Sophia's head. Ah, damn it. I was busy backing up. Alright, you don't have a cannon anymore. You don't have a cannon anymore. You don't have a car anymore. Uh-oh. Alright, so I'm on fire. That's not good. You're dead. That's what you get. Trying to shoot at me. You got no wheels now. It's never good to be on fire, but if you're going to be on fire, go out explosively if you're going to go out at all. Or don't. Show them how tough you are. Be on fire and just show them that you're not going out. Just say, so, fire, whatever. Not even a factor for me. Don't even care. Ooh, you know what I might do? I'm going to do something else. I'm going to try something else. Because this whole thing above me is that 10% badge. That's right. Yeah, see, that still shows up pretty decent on the chat box there, whatever. That's alright. What I might do is, alright, so what I'm going to do is, I think this area up here, where these notifications are, I think I'm going to adjust those real quick. I am going to adjust those real quick. What I want to do, where are those things? Recognition text. Yeah. I am going to go into each one and take away its dark background. And I am going to instead just put a text, a dark background box behind it. Yeah, so that it's at least a little bit more, it's less erratic, you know, it's a little more organized that way. I'm gonna do that right now. I'm doing that right now as we speak. I don't know if you can see it. You should be able to see it. Not that it matters to you guys, but it drives me nuts to have those things not looking, you know, organized and sharp. I'm a little bit of a perfectionist sometimes, but I'm also a procrastinator, so it's one of those things where I want things perfect, but I'll make them perfect tomorrow, you know, that kind of thing. I know how to get them done, I just don't want to do them myself, you know. I'll sit there and be like, oh, I know what I want it to look like, and that would be perfect, and it would be awesome. I don't want to do it myself, you know. So, what I'm then going to do is, not that, copy that, and paste a duplicate of it, and then I will move it up here, and bring it in here, and bring it down here. Oh, we looking good now. We're looking good now. See, that looks so much more organized to me. Now, I can make that darker if I really want, but then again, you know, it's all good too. Actually, now it's hard to see, right? So I should make that darker because you can't see that at all right now. So I am going to make... Oh, I see what part of the problem is. Hold on. I didn't think about it. Got to move that below the recognition text. That helps. Instead of subduing out the recognition text. So much better. So much more better. Damn, that's good now. I like it. I don't need borders. I don't need borders on my stream. My stream doesn't need borders. I've got boxes and things like that, sure, but they don't actually need borders. I think borders would be a little too invasive. Borders are usually not opaque, even if the background is opaque, which means the border is going to be blocking part of the image. And for crossout, I kind of like having a little bit more minimalist in that nature. I like having it being able to see the whole battle and not necessarily having a thing. Now, what I have considered doing is doing a border all the way around the entire game, and then therefore I could put the recognition text like underneath the whole game window. I thought about doing that. It was a concept. I might do it. I'm looking to stream Valheim soon. I'm just got to come up with some good background music because I don't want a copyright violation, so I'm not going to play, of course, the in-game music. That's what I don't mess around with that. I'm trying to build a brand here, and I don't want to mess around with violations of terms of service and stuff like that. So I do my best to ensure that I use the proper background music. Like, all of this is copyright free. The attribution is at the bottom. That's what it says is required for this copyright free music, as long as you attribute it. So I'm good there. It's scrolling along the bottom. That should be covered as far as that is concerned. I need to come up with a good soundtrack, though. I think this music is good for crossout, definitely. I need to come up with some good music for a couple of other games that I plan on streaming, because that is an important part of it. Some folks just put on whatever in the background and they just take their chances with DMCA hits, and I'm not those folks. I'm not going to just say, oh, it's no big deal, they'll never catch me. No, I'm not going to be that guy. So I'm going to be one of those folks instead who does use the copyright-free music and everything. I think the right stuff to fit the right moods is out there. You just got to find it. So I will do that. I will do the legwork and get out there and find the right copyright-free music that I can use for background for Valheim and for Kenshi too. Kenshi would be I think that would be a cool search. Both of them would be a cool search, actually. I like Viking music and stuff like that too. I wish that things like what's it, Hydrung or whatever. No, what's it called? Wardrung and I can't think of the group now. The Viking music. Their big name Viking, Danheim, and another one too. The one with the H. I can't think of their name. Heilung. That's it. Heilung. Heilung, Danheim, and Wardrung, I think, or whatever. Wardruna. That's it. Wardruna, Heilung, and Danheim are like big name Viking music. And I wish that they were, you know, I wish I could do that copyright free. That would be awesome. I would love to have that as background music for Valheim. And thank you for the contribution, Sego. But yeah, that would be awesome. That would be great music to have in the background. I'd love that. But don't have that option. So need to find. Why am I not? No, I'm not. I thought I was queued up. I apologize, people. Thought I was queued up. So I do need to find that, and then once I have that and I have a good soundtrack, then I've got my screens all set up, my overlays and everything set up to be able to play. I just need the background music. That's all I need, and then I'll start streaming Valheim, and then I need to start working on background for Kenshi. I even thought about going back and doing some Red Dead Redemption. I didn't get very far in that story, honestly. I loved the game. It was great, but I got sidetracked doing all the normal stuff, just hunting and robbing people and things like that. And I never did the storyline, you know, never completed it or anything like that. But I'd like to do it. I'd like to go finish some Red Dead Redemption as well. That'd be pretty cool. I've got a decent soundtrack for it already put together. And my overlays, I need to put some finishing touches on them. But I'm almost done with that, so I should be able to stream that relatively soon as well. I don't know if anybody on here, I know people tune in for Crossout and all this stuff or whatever. I don't know if any of my followers would be interested in any of those other games or anything, but I am interested in them. So hopefully. Boom. Right in your face, dude. Oh, right in between them. Oh my god, I overshot that dude. Oh my god, that guy turned. Alright, I'm upset. I'm upset, I'm going in. Blew off his gun. Boom. Ah, I can't believe I missed that. There you go. I'll run into him instead. Be interested in 6 weeks or so when I get more time. Do taxes, so a lot of work right now. Yeah. So how, alright. Taxes in the US, Sego? I assume? Maybe? Yeah. So, have you noticed any implementation or any changes in the implementation of the overall tax code and everything already from the new administration yet, or no? Or did they not do any changes yet and you're expecting them for next year? And where's my stimulus check, by the way? All right, buddy. How about, you know, I know you're not the IRS, you do tax, but still, close enough. Give me my stimulus check. I never even got the first one this year, much less the second one that they're talking about. Retroactive bill. How would that work? They would do retroactive, and then if people have already paid, then they're gonna have to do an amendment or whatever, addendum. I mean, everybody would do their taxes, and then they would all do an addendum as well. That just seems like a real pain in the ass.
There's a whole bunch of them here. We're losing people.
Damn it. Alright, I'm upset. I haven't hit anything yet. There you go. Yes, I'm sure it is a nightmare. See, everybody's got their own political beliefs, of course, and I'm not trying to make this a political channel as well. Yeah, that's why I didn't get one. Yeah. You know it. The squirrel's a baller. Yeah, so
It's time to barbecue some pork.
so here's the deal. All right, here's the question. Like I said, I'm not trying to make this a political channel by any means. All right, please don't anticipate or don't interpret, I should say, this as a political channel by any means. I'm not trying to do that. Politics is an extremely divisive topic. Obviously, I'm not looking to do that. But I think it's pretty blindsided. You got big blinders on if either side of the fence who goes everything about X is bad and everything about Y is good. Because that's not true. Both sides have their problems, both sides have their good things. It just is what it is, So my interpretation, not being a baller, not being a big high income individual, was I enjoyed the tax changes of the previous administration. They increased the standard deduction, which is great for me. I don't itemize. I've never made enough or never had enough tax deductible items for itemization to be worth it in comparison to standard deduction. Therefore, ergo, henceforth, I have never itemized and never had to itemize, and I've always done the standard deduction. The increase in the standard deduction was great. The simplicity of filing was awesome. Just that little tax form done. That's so much easier. On the other hand, my best friend, he makes more money, considerably more money, and he tries to itemize everything. And because of it, a lot of things that he was used to being able to write off were not deductible anymore, and he complained about having such a big tax bill in comparison to previous years, which then I think is funny when you hear all the political rhetoric of both sides, and you hear the new administration when they were running for office talking about how they're going to tax the rich and all this stuff or whatever, and I'm like, well, I kind of already saw that happen under the previous administration, because not that he's rich, but he was doing pretty well, and because of it he got taxed a hell of a lot more than usual, than under previous administrations, and I did not. I got a better tax return. So I'm like, all the things that both parties say it, but all the things were actually happening. All the things where somebody who was making good money paid more in taxes. And I was like, well, isn't that what the other side is, under that previous administration? And then I'm like, isn't that what the new administration is running on partly? And I'm like, it's already happening from the looks of things. So, I don't know. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They all say, if you recall, George Herbert Walker Bush, no new tax. Read my lips. No new taxes. They all say that, but then again, let's be realistic. Not only can they can't promise that. Let's just put it that way. They can promise to intend that, but 4 years is a long time. And while you may say going into office there's not going to be any taxes, in 2 years something happens and you have to raise taxes. You don't have a choice. Well, you're going to do it. And then people are going to blast you for saying, for you saying no new taxes and then you raising taxes. Of course you're going to do it. You know, I think that is what undid him. You know, well, actually, no, I don't think that is. I think that is a factor. But you're talking about George Herbert Walker. I think what undid him was Ross Perot. Ross Perot took a lot of Republican votes away, and that meant that George Herbert Walker didn't have enough votes to beat Bill Clinton. So I think Ross Perot was what undid George Herbert Walker by far. You know, but nevertheless, yeah, it's I don't know. It's just weird, you know. You see, yeah, of course. I was raised in Texas. I'm from Texas myself initially. I don't live there now, but and I wish I did. My whole family's still there, and yeah, we did know Ross Perot was crazy, but Ross Perot was the Donald Trump of that time. But, you know, like larger than life, you know, touting all kinds of crazy stuff and blasting attacking everybody, not being a politician, being a businessman and all this stuff or whatever. It just wasn't the right time for that yet, you know. So Ross Perot didn't take off like Donald Trump has, or like Donald Trump did, you know, 4 years ago. But Donald Trump and Ross Perot, I mean, it was the same lane. They were in the same lane, you know, initially. So, but that took away votes from Herbert Walker Bush, definitely. Ross Perot did. But nevertheless, yeah, I'm just hoping that we don't end up with too many social programs and that the taxes don't end up having to go, you know, out of this world again. I mean, you're already seeing prices go up. I mean, we're only a month and a half into this new administration. You know, I mean, he took office January 20th, so, you know, it's only a month and a half into this administration. Gas prices have already gone up significantly. Don't get me wrong. I understand a lot of that's based on weather events, things like that. Of course, I mean, Texas just got hit with that hard freeze. That's going to affect oil and things like that. You know, I get all that. But at the same time, they were going up before that already, within the first couple of weeks of this administration. And it was one of those things where, you know, people, you know, ask about, well, why did you like this administration or why didn't you like this administration? And usually some of the big issues are the big issues. Sure. If you are adamant about certain big issues, then that may be the thing. But I usually stick to the little stuff. What affects me on a more daily basis? Gas prices. You know, and I'll look at what were the gas prices under this president? What were the gas prices under this president? Well, then I like that guy who had lower gas prices because you drive around, you know, and you see those prices in your face everywhere you go. And when it's $3.50, you know, as compared to, you know, when it's $1.80, you know, yeah, of course it had to go up. It had to. Hell, they were losing money. You know, they were selling at a negative for a while there. Of course it had to go up. Absolutely. But even before, like in the early parts of the last administration, it started dropping significantly. Before the price per barrel was really into the negatives. That was all part of that whole Saudi and Russia fuel price battle that they were having. So it's just, yeah, no, I'm not saying that the politicians are taking credit for it. I'm just saying some of their policies and stuff do affect it, though. And I don't know. It is what it is. It just, I definitely find low gas prices appealing. So anyway, and hopefully the tax code won't get too screwed up or anything like that, because I like it nice and easy. You know, I like it simplistic. I wish we just had a flat tax, personally. But that's just me. I am Gower, but I'm not doing them as tutorial as I normally do because I'm trying to kind of limit that a little bit. Do the tutorial thing heavy on Tuesdays, a bit on Thursdays, and then just going up and doing the dailies and weeklies at the beginning of the streams on Wednesdays and Fridays, and then kind of seeing whatever else goes on. You know, playing around with folks, whatever else happens. Right now, so I am at the raid stage, so I'm going to move to my retros to knock out my raids. Knock out my raids. How far did I get on the weekly? I get to 6 of 10 with copper. Oh yeah, you want to join? Sure. You want to bang out those raids? Absolutely. Which one are you in game again? Isn't very happy. Whatever. Then I will protect you. You know. Oh well. You know what? Are you not in here then? Or are you not in game yet? No, you're here. You're just not in game yet. Okay. I thought so, but I didn't see. I thought you were saying it because you're already in game, and I was like, I don't see you in game, so. All right, absolutely. Yeah, that'd be great. Don't worry, I will protect you with your low PS. No, I'm sure you'll be fine. We're just doing normal raids. We're not doing hard ones or anything anyway. 4 normal raids and then 2 easy raids. Do you want to... It's up to you if you want to go into Discord as well. I can do it. I can do it. Wow. Nice. Doing work at the same time? Okay, that's fine. Are you loaded in? You are not loaded in. Moogie McMoogles is in though. Boom, 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 boom. Yours. Now you're in. Boosh. Gotcha. All right. Welcome, 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 Gareth. Welcome to the party. Is that a problem? Is that a problem? Yeah, I like this music for Crosscut. I think it's... I mean, don't get me wrong, you can go harder. You can definitely go harder. Nah, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. Like I said, it's raids, so it's not... what do we got? 18 minutes still? Is this plastic? This is plastic. We're going to do plastic. Lunatics, Dead Highway. Good? It's raids, so the difficulty is really based on the difficulty choice, you know, as far as hard, normal, or easy raids. The only thing that adjusts that really is whether you're 2, 3, or 4 enemies. I mean, the enemies don't really change just because you're at 12,000 power score versus 5,000 power score, though, because they have a power score minimum requirement. You know, at least 4,000 for normal, for example. At least 5,000 for hard. So yeah, it's as long as you meet their power score requirement. I mean, the enemies are going to be the enemies. They're already set up. Man, he's shooting at a long range, isn't he? Truck is really going for those defenses. Who needs... You know, they come out with this whole new season, and their whole deal is, all this Tokyo Drift design and everything. And you think to yourself, Oh, that's cool. But then I think to myself, who needs them? I drift as it is. Oh, oh, oh. Ah. I drift as it is without. Yeah, I just... Hello. I don't believe you were invited to this party. Yeah. Like I said, I mean, you could go harder as far as the music is concerned, definitely. I've seen people do that. I don't really need to. As long as they're shredding on a good guitar riff or something, that's excellent. It works for me. Still gets that, you know, the Ayatollah of rock and roller kind of vibe for me, you know. We got mines. Yeah. Absolutely. Wolfman Jack. No, actually, wasn't that from, what was that from? That was from, was that from one of the Mad Max movies or something? Wasn't it from the Road Warrior? Castle of Count Frightenstein. Wolfman Jack was awesome, man. Oh. Is that a mine? I don't know if it is, but I'm going to avoid it. Boosh. Go ahead. Go ahead. I will sit right here and let you guys go ahead. Now I'm coming through. Hello. Hello, people. And you're done? Just for running into me? Ha 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 ha! Oh. I was gonna say I'll tear that down, but it's super sturdy apparently. And I will not tear it down. It's like you will not. What do you got for me? What do you got for me? Ah, you get it, because I'm sick of that. Sick of that having to lead it. the towers. I am going to come over here and pick up this ammo crate because I need it. Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. Yeah, man. Let's get up there. Let's do it. Do it. Let's do it. I got people coming up behind me. Nope. Oh, you think you want to throw rockets? Huh. Your friend just gave me a ammo reload. That's how much he cares about you. He said, here, take some ammo. And go blow up that dude, because that dude's a dick. It's a sad way to find out. Boosh. Yeah. You got fuel for another? Yeah, Gower? Ready to go? Fuel for days, bro. Fuel for days, bro. No problem. Cool deal. Yeah, but I mean, you were significantly lower in power score. I didn't see what the other two, what their power scores were. But even so. But that wasn't, it's not like you were outclassed that or anything like that. I don't mean as far as power score ranking. I mean as far as like contribution to the scenario. To the scenario. Here's a little drift. Ooh, that's slick. I like drifting just on these hermits, man. Hermit wheels. Boom. Drift away. That's what I say. I'm drifting away. Set an open course for the cross out sea. I'm sitting here right by these mines. Wow. Didn't even know them. Didn't even know they were there. Oh, you got that one. Didn't see it. I was looking too, and I didn't see that one. Oh well. No fucking warning whatsoever. About what? Oh, yeah. Mines. Well, that's kind of the... I mean, let's just kind of say, can we acknowledge, because for those in the stream who may not have seen the in-game chat, LOD Undertaker was complaining about the fact that there was no warning whatsoever, and he got one and done, basically, because of mines. But can we acknowledge that, isn't that the point of mines? No warning? They don't make them visible, they hide them under the ground for a reason. You know, although in the game they're actually visible, so there is a warning. But like in real life, I'm saying, isn't that kind of what mines are for? To be hidden and to kind of say, hey, you done messed up now, Ron. You drove over some mines. I mean, that's kind of what they do. You know? I mean, I know it sounds a little bit like I have no compassion for his plight, but I'm just saying they're mines. You know what I'm saying?
Someone needs their training wheels back. You killed him.
I mean, it just, not to beat a dead horse, but it seems a little foolish to complain about the fact that mines snuck up on you. I mean, am I being unreasonable? You guys tell me. Am I being unreasonable by saying that?
Another enemy destroyed. Well done. That's right.
Well, instead, his rapid departure from the game due to them warned us. I mean, not from the game, but from that particular iteration of his vehicle's lifespan. So I say good job. Wow.
Wow, get on him. Yeah, got one. Not gonna need that security no more.
Hello. Boop-a-doop-a-bow. Oop. I'm just sticking with the truck. I'm just a bill up on oh, no. Gar. Ha 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 ha. There you go.
One enemy down. Well done. Keep up the good work.
Boop-a-doop-a-bing. Excuse me. Don't think I forgot about you. And we're done there.
Can you smell the burning meat?
See, I didn't do very well on that one. You look at you, top scorer. Look at you. Woo! Top scoring fool. Aren't you adorable? All up there being top scorer. Who's the top scorer? Who's the top scorer? You are. You are. I say that all the time. I say that all the time in this game. You don't actually have to have all the top stuff to be effective. You know, it just depends on how you play the game. And having all the top stuff doesn't guarantee that you'll be effective. Oops. Don't tell me to regroup here. I'm waiting. Uh-oh, we got enemy behind us. We're good. We're good. Boom, 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 boom. Alright, so for all of you who have played or listened to Crossout at various times, of course they have all the phrases that your co-pilot says, or that you say supposedly if you're in like say you're doing patrol or whatever, and you know, all the little voice acting portions of the game, you know. I mean, if you know what I'm all talking about, of course, which I'm sure you do, then sometimes it basically represents, you know, you guys in your driver's seat or whatever, when it's like, yeah, I did stop them and all that kind of stuff or whatever, or no more running for you and all that kind of stuff, and then they say that, you know, the things like about training wheels and all that. If you shot off somebody's wheels or their mobility, things like that. What is everybody's favorite phrase to hear from the voice acting portions of Crossout? I'd like to hear that, because, you know, you hear the same ones. I just wonder what everybody's take is on it. Like, my favorite is, and this, kids, is how I met your mother. I like that one. Or of course, the one, I came here to chew ass and eat, no, what? Whatever. You know what I mean. You know, that one's pretty good. And I like the one where, oh, what's the other one that, oh, man, I just had it, and I just mind blanked completely on myself here. My backside tells me. Yeah. That's a pretty decent one, definitely. Oh, I like the when you fire a good shot like from a cannon or something like that from across the map, and it's like, oh yeah, that was a good shot. Yeah, always shoot like that. That's pretty good. Then there's that, you know, glad to have you on, or glad you're on our side, or whatever it is. That one's not as big a deal for me. That I like the always shoot like that, but I definitely like the I came here to chew ass and blow oh, what? No, you know what I mean. You know. My favorite though is definitely the and this, kids, is how I met your mother. I like that one. What is shooting me right now? Like, for real? Was it that last tower? Man, alright. My backside tells me. Yeah, let's see him try this barefoot when he has no wheels. Alright. Easy. Damn it. Great. My own ally just drove me up on this railing. Done. Doesn't have to be my best effort. Up. Wah wah. I hope you didn't let that last one go to your head, man. Back down you go. A little dose of reality gets smacks Gower back down. It's alright. It's alright. You'll get him next time. That's funny. Oh, the excuses start flowing. I wasn't even there. I wasn't even there in the beginning. Oh, the mission changed. Frontier defense at the bridge. Yeah, you get that one. Oh, that's them. Of course, my radar is gone because that's what they always go for. They always shoot my radar out. Oh, are you AFK now? Just checking. Well, you probably shouldn't sneak up on a motherfucker like that. La di da di da di da di da. A lot of back and forth in this mission, that's for sure. A lot of back and forth. Now what you got for me? Now what you got for me? I'll take all that ammo though. I will take that. Yep, and back to the other side. Oh, oops. Did I ruin your day, sir? I apologize. I apologize. Whoa, what happened there? That was really weird. He was driving by, I bumped into him, and even though we were apart several feet, it was like he was still dragging me. That's one. Got me that boss badge. Boss. Like a boss. Excuse me. Hey, hey, hey. Nobody asked you for your input. Man, look at me all exposed. It's like I'm wearing nothing. All my goods are exposed, and these are ammo packs and all kinds of Apollo. All kinds of stuff. I got all kinds of stuff. One good hit in the back and I'm done for. I'm done for. Let's see how long I can last this way. Because I got like no armors. At least not in the back, I don't. I mean, obviously I still have my cabin up front, but that's not really armor. We'll see how long I can last. Where's this boss man? I ain't got no radar. Oh, she ain't got no nipples. Oh, there he is. There we go. I'll take this here ammo. I'm going to kind of hang back a little bit. I'm not going to be as aggressive if I'm going to try to make this last. Nice, nice, nice. Trying to do it. Trying to keep it alive. Highly exposed right now. Highly exposed. Just gotta last it out. Just gotta last it out. Alright, you got no guns. So I'll take that. Uh-oh. Somebody was shooting some electrical charges and stuff at me. If I get hit in the backside, I am so freaking done for. The other direction. Here comes the boss man. Uh-oh. 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 He has launched toward me. Oh. Whew. He did not hit me, though. There he is. Done! Fully exposed, multiple ammo packs, and Apollo on the back. I did half that battle with no armor protecting them. Just going, ooh, I'm going to play this a little safe, stay back, and lob a bunch of retchers. It still worked out. Ah! Alright. Survived. Always good. We're down to 40 fuel, so for those who are familiar with my stream, of course, that means we move on to a couple of easy level raids. So I'm just going to knock those out, and those should be simple, because they get me coupons. Coupons! There we go. So, we've got an option of Perimeter Breach against the Lunatics on the Lost Coast, or Hit and Run against Nomads at the Eastern Array. Another driving or another... You know what? Let's do Perimeter Breach. Let's do some Perimeter Breach. Still with me on this, Gower? Yeah. PB. Perimeter Breach. That's what I decided. Look at that. We're right there, man. Eye to eye. I got you. That's fine. Break is over. I got it. Understood. If you gotta go, you gotta go. I mean, work is work, right? I mean, it's nice that you have the luxury of even being able to participate at all during work. That's always good. So, everybody's being real quiet. Is it because Moogles isn't here? Is that the thing? You guys miss Moogles? Because he's not piped up? All right, all right. So we are way down here. It's not great.
The other guys are coming.
All right, there we go.
I got him good. Enemy vehicle immobilized. No more running for that one.
Not a problem. Doopy 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 doo. Here we go, cruising forward.
He looks like he popped into a hornet's nest. Enemy down.
And away we go.
Well done. That's right.
And we come around here. We make some new friends.
Well done. Keep up the good work. I sent him back where he came from.
Make new friends.
The enemy's destroyed.
Here we are in our community of Crossout, making friends, giving gifts. I'm lobbing gifts at my new friends. Because with COVID, you gotta keep some social distancing, so I can't just hand it to them. I have to lob them all the gifts. Here, I brought you guys some grenades. I bought plenty. I'm willing to share, because sharing is a good thing
Keep it up,
when you have friends.
running for that one. Gonna need that steering wheel no more.
Like a cross-out children's book I'm reading. I don't need to pick up the cargo, cause I don't plan on being the guy who's up front and has to initiate the boss fight. I'm just gonna ignore all you guys. Now you. Oh well. I didn't even have to lob rounds. Everybody else shot him. Doopity-doopity-doopity. Here we go. I'll just come up here and wait for you guys. Boop, 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 boop. Did somebody get left behind? Oh no. I don't know. Yeah. Somebody got left behind? I don't know. Guess so. Dunzo. Easy peasy. Look at Gower up there now. Look at Gower. What a roller coaster of emotions you're riding. It's a roller coaster of emotions. That's funny. Excellent. I just stay in the back and lob grenades everywhere. You know? And I'm fine with it. I have lots of them. And with refills in raids, it's like absurd how many grenades I end up with. Over the course of the mission with all the refills. Crazy. Oh, and here we go again. Here I go again on my own. Going down the only road I've ever known. Now your only vectors. What's your vector, Victor? Roger, roger. Get his clearance, Clarence. Oh, it's just the two of us? Okay. Somebody's joining in now. Hello.
Someone needs their training wheels back.
Doop-a-doop-a-doo.
Well done.
Are you just chilling back there, Gower?
Got one.
Must be AFK again. Must be work. Stupid work.
Mobilize targets. The best kind.
You know, I'm debating about whether I should kill this guy. I'll kill him. Or just leave him there to sit and think about what he did. I was going to tell him. I was going to say, you just sit there and think about what you've done. But it's alright. But we're back on it. Welcome anybody new to the stream. This is Secret Squirrel Games. I'm your host, Secret Squirrel. We are doing Crossout. We are finishing up our some of our daily and weekly challenges right now. We do these every Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday at noon Eastern Standard Time in the United States. And on Tuesdays, I do it in a heavy tutorial format. So if you're new to the game of Crossout, and you want to learn anything about it, or you have any questions, or if you don't even have the game and you want to see if it's right for you, Tuesday's a great day for that. It's very noob friendly. Thursdays is going to be relatively tutorial. I mean, in the sense that I'll still, you know, be walking people through some various aspects of Crossout, but it's not going to be super noob tutorial type of thing. I found a mine. Found one. In case somebody was missing one, I found it. It was over there. In case you left it laying around and forgot where you put it. And Wednesdays and Fridays now are going to be a little more freewheeling, a little more. I mean, we're still going to do our dailies, but you know, grouping up and just having fun with it. You know, getting up there and playing. I usually do not play like the high-end PvP. There are other crossout streamers and great ones, good guys for that, who can you know, get you all kinds of fun. Found another mine. Who can get you all kinds of fun watching that if that's your deal. If you want to learn some of the lower to mid-level challenge issues and or builds and things like that, then I'm more into that range. You know, I like that. I find it a lot of fun. I think quite often when you get into the now I say that with a high-end build right now in the sense of power score. I mean, sure, I mean, this is a high power score vehicle, but it's just because I'm knocking out my raids and I'm just having fun spinning around with them and stuff like that. But most of my stuff I do other than raids, anytime I'm doing anything else, it's going to be more mid-range to low-range power score. Raids, I like to put out the strongest vehicle I can put out, you know, in order to accomplish the raids and just have fun spinning around and using the big guns and stuff, the big retchers up there. This vehicle is definitely not designed for PvP, for anybody who knows anything about crossout, with those weapons just sitting up there unprotected by any means. But, you know, like I said, on like anytime I get outside of my challenges, which I believe, okay, so I'm done with the seasonal dailies and I'm done with the regular dailies. I'm just working on some group challenges now, or not group, weekly challenges now. Yeah, cool. And we're evened up 6 and 6 on the normal raids of copper, normal raids of plastic, so we're good there. We only need 2 more easy ones to complete that one. That's good. Only need 15 more here, so that's going to be the 9 dailies from tomorrow, as well as 6 more over the weekend, and then we'll be good and get that miner's container. This will be done in 3. Not that I care. I have way more than enough decor for my test area than I need. I will knock out some of this. I've knocked out 10 already. I try not to bore people too much with the side and group quests in the Awakening Adventure area. They can be tedious a little bit, but sometimes you have a little bit of fun with them still too, and they're real casual. It's just kind of a cruise around and do a casual thing. It's not a big deal, bro. I mean, you're at work. I get it. You know, Gower piping up, saying that he had a phone call. That's why he had to leave the team. He was in that last raid with me. It's not a big deal. Finished up the raid, no problem. Done with the daily challenges at this point. I'm just not gonna. I'm working a little bit on the adventure. You know, the get 20 side or group quests in the adventure mode thing. I'll just do a few of those and see. You know, just putz around a little more casual and stuff at this point, and then I'll probably do some more low-end, you know, patrols or something like that. Maybe even some PvP. Who knows? But yeah, as I was just saying though, for anybody who's new to this stream, I don't have access to a lot of the real high-end stuff. I do have a couple of retchers, and I do have an Apollo generator, but I don't have the hovers, and I don't even have tank treads and all that kind of stuff or whatever. So you're not going to see me doing all the real maxed out vehicle thing. I don't have a promo account or anything, so it's not like that. I don't roll like that, you know. I'm not one of those big times. Big time. I'm not those guys, you know. There are other streamers who are that, and that's great. You know, that you have access to them to be able to watch them if that's what you're looking to see. But, you know, I try to have a good, casual, positive community around here. Lots of fun. We try to enjoy ourselves. Have a good community who like to participate in conversation, hopefully, as much as possible. That's always good. But other than that, yeah, we're not hardcore, super min-max type of guys, you know, around this. I mean, some of the followers might be, but I'm not. So, alright, so finally, first cider group quest here. 1, 2. Spending some credits on what? What are you gonna get? What are you getting? What are you buying? What are you buying me? What you buying me, Daddy? And this is a super easy one to do. Tempura. You didn't get the ones that came with the... You didn't get the season, I guess? Nope. Well, I mean, I guess it's alright, you know, but... Oh, this one again. I gotta freaking escort this guy. Again. I've done this like 3 times. Never give these people another cent. Never gonna do it. Okay. Alright, I mean, you don't have to. I'm just saying. And I don't know why it's gotta be these people. Racist. But nevertheless, I mean, it's your choice. Around the Secret Squirrel Games, we are all about freedom of choice. So, you know, I gotta encourage that. That's true. That's true. They did mess up your account. I get you. So you're all butthurt and everything. I will take that ammo, thank you. I'm coming, Drake. I'm coming. So, tempura, huh? We're gonna blow out some people's wheels and whatnot. They're not horrible. I mean, they're very specific in their use. They're not horrible, I guess, you know. Oh, nope, that's a... That is a home phone call thing going on, and I'm just gonna let it do its thing. Yeah, you join the stream, you hear the phone. That's right. That was the Moogles alarm that was sounding. The Moogles alarm has sounded. Moogles has arrived to the stream. Neener, neener, neener. That's because you're a Euro. That's the way you think sirens sound. As Euros. Americans don't use that one. We don't do it. Whoop, 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 whoop. No emotes to spend? What do you mean? Ah, I forgot about these guys. Oh. What do you mean? You don't have any? Oh, you had like a ton. Yeah, I started trying to work on it a little bit, but I don't know. I had confused one of the things with the between loyalty rewards and channel awards and things like that, and it was like I had worked on it. I had made this, this one, to be able to greet and say hello, like an emote. You can do that, and part of the problem with the, where is this? The market? Okay, that's easy enough. Oh, I gotta get it. And then the problem with it is it turned out to not actually be the emote that I was working on. Apparently, the way it was set up, I misunderstood, I guess, or whatever, and it ended up instead being a like I was making the icon on the button instead for you to choose to say hi or whatever it was to the channel, and I thought I was doing like a thing that would pop up when you said hi, and it didn't do that. It didn't do that, and therefore I was just like, well, I spent a bunch of time doing something that I now have no use for, really, or very little use for. So that kind of sucked. I spent like a couple of hours making all these different little things that I thought were going to be like emotes and my own, like for the channel, and they did not turn out to be that the way it worked out. So obviously I need to figure out what the hell I'm doing. Pull my head out of my arse, as Moogles might say. Did Moogles leave and come back? I should probably at least look and see who it might be, right? Didn't see it in time. It's going to the machine. The machine. It's going to Bert Kreischer. That's how I have it set up. I have it set up that my alarm, my phone, when I don't answer it, it just goes to Bert Kreischer, the comedian. To the machine. I don't know how many of you guys listen to stand-up comedy, but I tend to listen to quite a bit of it, or watch it sometimes as well, but at least listen to it. So sometimes you may may hear me make reference to some stand-up comedian bits and things like that. It's a thing. It's a thing I sometimes do. We are not, first off, because that's not a thing. There is no such thing as that, as War of Fire. And then secondly, because I've already completed my raids for the day. I have. Now we're just kind of freewheeling it. I am going ahead and just knocking out some of these cider group. I get there. Ooh, almost fell off. These cider group quest things, just to finish it. We didn't actually do it today. No, we did Perimeter Breach, and we did Frontier Defense, and we did something else. I don't even recall. I don't recall. Haha! I shot your little rocket. Shot it as soon as you launched it. Ace-hole. Yeah, Foxy's not here. You are correct. Foxy's not here. You were late to the party. I mean, whatever, It's fine. I don't matter to you. It's fine. You were probably over watching Welly or something. I think he's on. He might be on. I don't know if he's on. Your chat buddy Foxy? Why don't you watch Welly? I encourage people to watch Welly if they're not watching me. Of course, I encourage people to watch me more, but you know, whatever. You know, Welly hooked me up, so I gotta give him props. I gotta owe him something. He has rated me several times. I've tried my best to return the favor when I can, definitely. But Welly hooked me up. No way. No. I don't believe you. That sounds like a Moogle falsity, a falsehood. I can't believe it. Yeah, the night I was doing drops, that's what I'm saying. Or that day, whatever. Nighttime and then into the day. That's when Welly hooked me up, honestly. Because Welly was going for a good long time as well. Not 16 hours like type long, 15, 16 hours long, but he was going for a good long time. And Gower knows. Gower was with me. Yeah, Gower was with me, definitely. And you know, he was with me. In fact, at the time, that day, Gower was with me, and it was just him and who was the other that was with? There was another that was on with Gower at the time. Trying to think. With a B. Starts with a B. Something. Oh God, why am I drawing a blank on with a B? Something with a cat. Something with cat. Gower, if you're listening, I'm sure you know who I'm talking about. Hey. Alright, this is the way this is gonna work. And then right in your face. Ha ha ha. Yeah, whatchamacallit cat was the dude that was on with Gower. And that's all I had. That's all I had. I had 2 viewers at the time, I believe, were those 2. And we knew that, and in fact, they're the ones that encouraged me to enable drops, and then told me how to do it, because I didn't know what I was doing. And they told me, you know, I wasn't an affiliate yet or anything. I had no idea anything. Not that I know much now, but I know a little bit more now. All I had was the 2 viewers. And they said, yeah, you need to enable drops. There's a thing going on. They explained what the hell was going on, you know, somewhat. And I was like, okay, what's all that? I didn't even know what drops were. And then, you know, they said, do that. You'll get a lot more viewers. I did that, and it still was just the 2 of them. For a while, I was sitting there, and I was like, I got no viewers, you know, basically. I got just you guys. I mean, which I appreciate you guys, but I got nobody else. That was it. And then I'm like, this doesn't seem like it's working. You know, I thought, well, maybe I'll get up to, like, you know, maybe 7, 8, 9, 10 viewers or something like it if I'm lucky or something. And then, I saw that at the time that Sin Cakes had like 900 and something viewers. He had just under 1,000 viewers. And I was like, well, that's crazy, especially for Crossout. I'd never seen those kind of numbers. Then again, to be fair, I'd only been streaming for not very long, and before that, I'd only had a Twitch account for not very long. I really hadn't. I've only had a Twitch account since like October, and then I'd only been streaming since mid-December. So, and it was always to like 0, 1, or 2, you know, people, and that was it. I had like less than 10 followers and everything like that, and I was still learning it. I was learning it all as I went along, of course, and picking up a little bit more every day, doing my research, trying to make the stream a little bit better, a little bit more interactive, as well as, of course, the technical features of the stream and the Streamlabs OBS and all that kind of stuff, and how to enable this feature, enable that feature, and all that kind of stuff to try to make it look more professional as well. And in the beginning, I didn't stream with a picture on here at all. It was just voice because I didn't have the green screen or the ring light, all that kind of stuff. So I went through the trouble of getting those things to try to, again, make it look better, more professional. And then, but that day though, I only had like 2 people, and there was nobody there. And then I knew though that Welly's in England, and there's going to be a point where he gets tired. And he's gonna want to keep the stream going as much as he could, but he's gonna want to hand it off at some point. So I started watching his channel, and I'm sitting there watching his channel to see, and I'm ready. I got my finger on the trigger to go live. You know, I got my stuff set up. I'm sitting there waiting, and then he finally starts talking about how he's getting tired and whatever, and he's gonna have to go and all this kind of stuff. And I start, okay. I make sure my cross out is up. I make sure all my stuff is ready. I don't have any guarantee that he's coming to me at this point, but I try. You know, I try. You got to be ready for success if you want success, right? So that's what I did. I said, I'm just gonna, in case he does, and I saw him start looking online and, looking for who he was gonna possibly raid. And I'm like, all right, I'm on here. I went ahead and went live and everything so that he would see me on there as an option at least. And then sure enough, he luckily picked me. And I mean, by then, I think he had gotten I think when he was rated, he had been rated, I think he was rated by Sincakes at first. So he had gotten from Sincakes' 900 or 8 to 900 viewers that he had. He had rated Welly with like 560 viewers or something like that. And by the time Welly was tired and was ready to raid somebody else, he was down to 160 something. Well, it said 190 when he came to raid me. And he did pick me. He looked on on Twitch and he saw me there and he said, okay. And he came to me, which luckily I was set up and ready. Except for the fact that, I had already streamed for a few hours that day. And I had been up all day, so I wasn't quite ready necessarily. I didn't know what I was getting myself into. I really didn't. I had no idea that I was going to actually just go ahead and go all night, because I didn't know what the numbers were going to be as far as how many people were going to keep up with me. And I went ahead and did it though. I said, all right, well, these folks want their drops. I get that. And then, on top of that, I obviously wanted to increase my viewer average because I was trying to make affiliate. I didn't have, by the time that night came around, I was at like 39 followers, I think. 39 or 40 followers, something like that. And then when that did come around, I was like, okay, here it comes, whatever. And when the raid came in, it said 190 something originally, but it only ended up being about 165, I guess, that stuck around or that, came along for the raid. And when they did, that's still, I say only, that was huge numbers for Crossout in general, huge numbers for me by far. That shot my average way up, which was great for me considering I needed that for affiliate. A lot of people work a long time. I get that, for affiliate. I totally understand how lucky I was that situation occurred. I don't poo-poo on that at all. I totally understand it, and I'm super appreciative of the fact that occurred relatively early on and got me affiliate because of it. Because the average went up significantly, and I decided, hey, these folks want their drops, and I don't care if they lurk or not, whatever. I'm getting a lot out of this as well as far as viewer count. I mean, it wasn't counting as any kind of money or anything for me because I wasn't an affiliate. So I wasn't making any money, but it was going to get me to that point, hopefully, where I would have the opportunity to be able to make money, finally, some money, off of Twitch in the future. And it worked out. I mean, I did that, and I streamed and I streamed and I kept going, and I said, I'm gonna go for as long as I could go. Unfortunately, I did have that was a Thursday night into a Friday, so that ended up being my last opportunity of the week in order to get some things done outside of the house that I needed to get done, for business that involved Monday through Friday kind of businesses. And I was like, well, damn it, I can't keep on going. I was going to try to go till about 5 or 6 in the evening my time Friday, but I had to go because I had to get something done that afternoon. But if I had stayed, if I had stuck around, I mean, the numbers were starting to drop a little bit, but they might have come back up a little bit too. But if I had stuck around, I would have gone like 22 hours or something like that. So that's but instead I still think I did a pretty good run of it. I did almost 16 hours, and it was like a surprise 16 hours. I mean, sometimes you see these streamers who do these, a 24-hour stream or something like that they have planned, with their followers, and that's all fine and well and good if that's your deal. But they plan for that, they sleep in, whatever, so that they can get up and start their stream and then be done with it. And sure, they stayed up a little longer that night, that's all. But when you're already up all day, it's 8 o'clock at night, your time, and then this falls into your lap and you decide, okay, well, I'm going to keep on going then. And next thing you know, you're at 16 hours later. Yeah, you're like, oh, okay, wow. That just happened, obviously I was a bit tired after that surprise super stream, but it was cool. They do a lot of, well, I mean, when I say that, it's those folks usually have a lot of followers already, so it's not really a waste of time because their followers may be in different time zones, so different ones will come and go, and they'll stick with them for a good long time. They'll still have their viewer count up for a good long time because of it. So, I mean, it's a thing, I don't begrudge them at all for doing it. I think it's a... Alright, so, like, for example, I got 110 followers that night that you found me, when Welly raided me. Got 110 followers that night, which was amazing, but I have to look at it now and kind of go, a lot of those followers were at 3 o'clock in the morning my time, 1 o'clock in the morning my time, midnight, 11 o'clock at night my time. My normal stream of Crossout is noon to 2 my time, so I have to think to myself, are there followers, people who followed me, they liked perhaps my presentation, but they never get to see me because of the time zone difference? Would there be any viewing audience for me at 10, 11 at night, midnight, 1, 2, 3 in the morning? I don't know. I don't know if there would be. It's hard to understand or to get a grasp of whether there would be an audience for me, for Crossout or for anything for that matter at that time. Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. It's 7 p.m. your time because you're 5 hours because you're in England. I get it. That's the same thing as Welly. That's why I know usually when Welly comes on, because he usually starts his streams around 2 o'clock in the afternoon my time, or 7 p.m. your time. That's usually when he starts. So that's why I can stream to him a lot, But I don't know. Well, like I said, it varies when you start looking at different time zones and what would be effective, or what would get you some benefit in regards to streaming, you know. So, like, I know Foxy's in Greece. It's really late for him. Then again, the other question is not just the time zones, but the viewers may not work 9 to 5 in, you know, during the day or whatever. They may have a different sleep schedule. So, you know, trying to lock something down like that can be very, you know, difficult, very challenging, I guess, if you want to try to get the peak time for an individual streamer to get their audience, you know, the most out of their audience. I mean, I'm very happy with the interaction that the group that I do get, you know, who comes in during my time period or whatever, with you guys, with you and Foxy and Sago and all those folks, all the folks who come in and they interact and they chat, and it's cool. I'm very happy with that, definitely. Do I wish that the numbers were a little higher? Of course. You know, all right, I only got 3 more of these. I'm going to knock those back out. I'm going to go back in there because I only got 3 more of those to knock out. So I just don't want them hanging over my head. That way I don't have to worry about them anymore for the rest of the weekend. Not that I worry, but you know what I'm saying. I don't have to deal with them. But yeah, I mean, I like, of course, the casual group that we have and everything like that. But of course, I'd like the numbers to be higher as well. I need to work on some things still, and that is one other aspect of it, is that, you know, there's the non-stream time where I need to work on some of the aspects of the stream, like I've talked about. I need to obviously emotes, custom emotes. You know, now that I'm an affiliate and I have that availability or whatever, I need to try to work on things like that, build the community. Like I was saying, I did have, you know, I'd forgotten to mention, I'd never mentioned it until yesterday, the fact that I have games built into the chat. There are games there. There's gamble things and all that kind of stuff or whatever. I'm not sure exactly how you would find what they are, or if there's a guide to them or a link to a guide to them that I would need to post somewhere or whatever. I don't know, but I'm sure there is a way that I can inform the chat of these little in-chat games and stuff like that, you know, Streamlabs has them. It's something to do, you know, while you're sitting there watching if you want or whatever. Get you some more acorns maybe. I don't know. But, you know, all those different streaming elements and such that a lot of stream watchers tune in and expect from any streamer who's worth their salt, basically, you know, who's put in the effort to use all the bells and whistles and make their stream, you know, as professional as possible or something. I mean, I'm not talking about their individual behavior or mannerisms. I'm talking about their the technical side of it, as far as the production value is concerned. I'm dropping some frames. My video's getting laggy. I apologize for that. But yeah, all those things I try to encourage. I try to build the stream, of course, and make all those things, you know, there for streamers or for stream watchers who expect that kind of stuff, so they're not disappointed in it, you know, so that they go, oh, okay, yeah, this is exactly the kind of thing I would expect of somebody, you know how it is. It's kind of like dress for the job you want, you know. So I want to make my streams look like I'm ready to handle, you know, thousands of viewers and stuff like that. Like I'm not just some guy, you know, who just threw this together or whatever. So, of course, interaction would be a lot more difficult in that kind of a situation, you know, if you had thousands. But at least with that night, the drops night, granted, a lot of folks were lurking. There wasn't most of the folks who were watching were not, or were either lurking or were just watching and not participating in chat, of course. I mean, that's always going to be that case. But we had a bunch of interaction going on, and I thought I kept up with the chat pretty well as far as interacting and engaging, even with that kind of number of people, on that night. So, I mean, I would definitely be happy to have those kind of viewer numbers on a more regular basis. That would be awesome. Of course, might, want to have, because Gower, I know, was helping me out, and then so was, who was the other? Was it Cyborg? No, I don't think so. No, it was Cross Out DP. I think his name was, or something like that. The two of them were kind of acting as mini moderators a little bit, posting links to my YouTube and things like that, and my Discord and everything like that on there for folks when people ask, and encouraging people to check those out and to follow and things like that. And that was really cool. That was cool. And if you had, if I had anywhere more regularly, if I had that kind of number of viewers or whatever, having a moderator would be pretty awesome, But even without, if the interaction was pretty much like it was that night, I think I'd be okay, for the most part, keeping up. I mean, I might not keep up with everything 100% of the time, but, a good amount of it at least. Only fall short every now and then. So that shouldn't be too bad. But yeah, I think that'd be really cool, obviously. I don't know, I mean, I don't know if Crossout's going to get those kind of numbers. Definitely not anytime soon. It's going to take either an event or, like the Drops promo thing was, or just quite a bit of growth. But if it gets the growth, even if people are good at spreading the knowledge of the game and getting the community to grow somewhat, it's still going to be quite some time, because it's going to be a slow process. I mean, I've introduced a few people to the game. There have been some folks who have been relatively new to the game, or very new to the game. In fact, there have been several folks who've tuned in who were like, yeah, I only got the game 3 days ago, or I only got the game, 2 weeks ago, or something like that. Or I just got the game and I don't know anything about it yet. Or I've had friends of mine and family of mine, as well as some other folks that I don't know, who've come on and go, what is this game? I don't know anything about this. And that's cool. I'm happy, obviously, as I've mentioned many times before, I make this more of a tutorial kind of aspect, or at least I try to engage as if it's a tutorial. So I try to do my part to ensure that folks do get the knowledge of the game, to make them feel comfortable enough in getting the game themselves. And then that'll hopefully help increase the community. Excuse me. So anyway, got rid of those side or group missions from the adventure, so that's good. All done with raids, all done with daily challenges. We're good to go. That's excellent. I think I might just go work on some more of my stream. I'm gonna get some other things. Like I said, I'm looking at starting to stream other games as well, other days. I'm still going to keep my 4 scheduled crossout streams. I'm going to keep those, but I'm going to look to expand the channel a little bit in a non-crossout manner. If anybody's interested in that, I am looking to stream Valheim, which of course is super popular, and I've had the game. I've had the game since day one. I haven't even started it. I could have started streaming day one, and that would have been an opportunity, definitely, to get in on the ground floor. I kind of kick myself in the ass about that a little bit, but I, at the same time, don't, because I say my stream wouldn't have looked very good. It would have been very haphazard, and I wouldn't be happy with that. I mean, don't get me wrong. It would have been like this, where I'm making improvements along the way. I wouldn't have just left it looking haphazard, but I would have liked to have been in on the ground floor, but I would have also liked for it to look really good, So I am still looking for good music, copyright-free background music for Valheim. That is definitely something that is on my to-do list. And once that's done, I think I'm set. My overlays and everything are set up. I'm set to stream Valheim. I have not played I've not started the game yet, so I wanted to start in from the ground level on it, and then I'm also looking at streaming. I like Kenshi. It's a kind of a niche game. It's not it's got about the same community size on Twitch as Crossout does, maybe a little bit smaller in general. So it's a fun game. It's a bit more of a grind. It takes a specific mindset to buy into Kenshi. It's not just go shoot up cars and stuff like that. It's a completely different audience than Crossout as far as that's concerned, other than the post-apocalyptic setting kind of crowd, I guess, could carry over. I don't know if anybody else is familiar with Kenshi. I like that game. I'd probably like to start streaming that game at some point as well. But that, again, that won't be super heavy. This won't be a super heavy Kenshi channel per se. I'll just do, 1 or 2 streams a week, maybe, of some Kenshi. And then I'll throw in some Valheim, like I said. And I'm looking at revisiting Red Dead Redemption. I never got very far in the story. Red Dead Redemption 2, of course. I never got very far in the story. I got sidetracked robbing people and, taking their wagons, stealing their wagons and hunting and things like that. Again, it's a casual play. It's pretty, it's not fast-paced play. Those are... I don't know about Valheim. I don't think it is either necessarily. You can get into some battles, but it's a lot of exploration and building and other things too. So, I don't know. We'll see. And then, maybe if something else pops up, who knows? Maybe we'll have random game day or something like that as well. In which case, I'll just make a more generic overlay. But which one is what free? What is it you're asking about? Yes, I won't charge you to watch me, Moogles. Which one, Valheim or Kenshi? Those are the games I was really talking about. Red Dead Redemption 2, I think is not free as well. Actually, I don't think any of them are free, to tell you the truth. Kenshi, Kenshi. It's in Steam, but it's not free, no. I don't believe so. I'm sure it's not. In fact, you know what? I will look up its store set. I think it's probably about $30 or something like that, but you can probably get it on sale. It's $30, $29.99 in Steam currently. Yeah, the War of Fire. Yes, so Kenshi is $29.99, but it does go on sale every now and then, I think. They're working on a Kenshi 2 right now, so we'll see what kind of progress they have on that soon. They've been working on it for a while. There's been all kinds of rumors. I play a heavily modded Kenshi. It's got, I don't know, probably 100 mods or something like that, or maybe, I don't know. It's got a bunch, but it's really cool. It's a cool game. It's a very open world. It is literally and very harsh. You can die, and you can be enslaved, and you can be imprisoned, and you just have to wait these things out and do what you can do. Try to pick the locks to get out, whatever, things like that. But it has all kinds of stuff. It has slavery. It has, it has amputations, lots of amputations. You can lose a limb, then you can get like a prosthetic. It's a completely different game. It's cool. The good thing from a stream perspective, the one good thing definitely is that you can kind of create a story, and you can create a story with your streaming audience for Kenshi, and then you can also name the characters in the game, so you can name them based on followers and things like that or whatever from your stream. So that's pretty good. That helps, bring the stream audience into the game essentially in that respect, and it's pretty cool. It's interesting. There is quite a bit of grind to it, though, as far as building your individual statistics up and building things and stuff like that. But you can build a base, you can build several bases, you can build all kinds of stuff. There's a big open world. It's not on Earth per se. It's like this sci-fi futuristic world that's had an apocalypse and then rebuilt and then had a second apocalypse, basically. So it's been super, destroyed at various points and stuff, and now they're just roaming bands of cannibals and slavers and there's religious zealots, and there's really weird, freaky, creatures and stuff. Most of which are extremely dangerous, extremely dangerous. A lot of them will just wipe you out, and they come in packs of them. But it's pretty cool. It's fun. But like I said, it's very open-ended. It doesn't really have quests. I mean, they have bounties that you can do, and then you can change the demographic, or not the demographic, the geopolitical landscape of the game, basically, by helping one faction take over a town or things like that, or you can take over a town if you have a certain mod. But you can build your own towns too, and then you can trade with different traders. You have all these different, what your reputation is, or your social dealing status is with different factions and stuff like that. It's cool because you can be whatever you want to be. If you want to be a drug smuggler, you can be that. If you want to be a pirate, you can be that. If you want to be a slaver, you can be that. If you want to be just a thief, or whatever, or a group of thieves, you can do that. If you want to be, you want to go and execute bounties and stuff like that, you can do that. If you want to, if you just want to be a trader, you can do that. If you don't want to mess with any of that, and you just want to be self-sustaining, and your own little community where traders and people will come to your community, but you don't have to do anything other than defend it and build it, you can do that. There's no end to the game per se. You just play. And it's pretty cool though. So they have lots of different types of starts that you can do. Like you can start literally they have I don't remember if it's a mod. I think it might be a mod. They have a start where you can start with no arms and no legs, just you by yourself laying in the desert. And that's how you start. You own nothing. You have nothing. Not even arms and legs. Figure it out. That's how the game, how crazy the game can be. You can literally start like that as a quadruple amputee, and not even with prosthetics, in the desert. Figure it out. And eventually somebody will come. Yeah, somebody will come along. You just hope it's the right people. Hopefully, maybe somebody comes along, like a slaver or something like that, and they take you to their slave camp, because then at least they'll feed you if you're a prisoner and all this kind of stuff or whatever. If cannibals come along, you're screwed. If creatures come along, you're screwed. Whatever. But if a slaver comes along, they might take you and enslave you, and then they'll feed you and all this kind of stuff, and then you can try to hopefully get to a position where maybe if they want you to work, then they're going to give you prosthetics or something like that, and then you make your way from there. There's all kinds of different starts and stuff that you can have. You can start with a few people. You can start with just one person, with nothing basically. So you may have to be a thief in the beginning and then become like a merchant king later on. Who knows? Whatever. But like I said, it's very open-ended. It's a really cool game in that respect. It has a really cool vibe to it. It's pretty cool. I like it. I like Kenshi a lot. But it is a niche game. It's not a super wide popularity game because of it. People who play it love it. People who, I'm sure there's a big enough audience out there who don't like it at all, who are like, no, that's way too slow for me, and all that kind of stuff, or whatever, or just not my style, or whatever. That's sure, and that's fine. But the folks who like it usually love it. There are very few people who are like, it's okay, or no, it's either great or it's not your thing, But nevertheless, for today, as far as we're concerned, we have done our daily and weekly challenges. I've gone off on my Kenshi rant. Because I, like I said, may look at streaming that at some point in the future. And I am also considering Red Dead Redemption 2 and Valheim as well. Those are the ones I currently am setting up. I was looking at doing Empire of Sin as well. It's a mob game, like a mafia game in Chicago, mobsters and stuff. But it seems extremely repetitive. I played through it, and then I ended up with a game-ending crash that I haven't seen, like a bug in there that I haven't seen a fix for yet. So I'm kind of torn about whether to even start that. I liked its vibe, I liked its style, but it was I ended up with a game-ending crash bug, and that sucked. So now I'm like, well, there went that idea. No need to no need to go that direction as far as streaming. I wish that they had a good mob game that you could stream, a real good one. That would be awesome. I like mob games too. I like post-apocalyptic games. I like all kinds of different games. So anyway, and I might also look at streaming some more Cyberpunk too. I streamed one episode of Cyberpunk where I made the character, and then I did like the initial adventure portion right before leading up to the point where you become a cyberpunk, basically whatever the initial adventure portion is based on whatever your background for your character was. And I did that part, and then that was it, because I was hesitant about all the bugs that it had. But I think by now I might have had enough time, or given enough time, that they may have fixed enough of those that it should be playable, that I should be able to work that out and play that. So that's my plan also, some Cyberpunk. For that, I'll probably want to work on some more overlays, though, before I get back to that. I want to make it look good, too. I mean, I know they have some prepackaged ones and stuff like that. In that case, I'll probably look through some of those in hopes to make those pretty good. For now, though, I think we're going to end the Crossout stream. I am going to, as usual, though, probably send you guys to someone else. I know you guys don't. I know that you don't watch Welly per se yourself, but I have a tendency to go that direction. Maybe I'll go somewhere else. Maybe I'll look and see if there's somebody else. Let me look and see if there's somebody else, hopefully in English, and who is maybe I only have a few people watching me today right now, only like 3 people, but hey, what the hell, I can give it to somebody, right? Let me see who is. Well, this guy doesn't have chat, so that's no good, because you want somebody who's going to be able to interact with their audience. I'll go to let me see what this guy is doing real quick. I'm going to see this guy's channel real quick, and then I'll think about maybe possibly sending you guys over to him. What do you think of that? Yeah, because Moogles has to have a place to be Moogles, right? So there's got to be a chat. Because you can't, because if you like the streamer that I send you to, and you go, oh, maybe this is cool as an alternative or something like that, or if you're going to raid people in the future, Squirrel, raid this guy or something like that. That's all cool, but you got to have a place to be Moogles. If you can't, if you don't have a chat, and there's no Moogles capability. All right, let's listen in.
But
oh, never mind.
He's this one.
What? He's not even. All right, never mind. He's listed in the Crossout streams, and he's not playing Crossout. He's playing a different game. Oops. So that sucks. Let's go back to Crossout again and see. There's 149 viewers right now in Crossout, and I only have 3 going with me. That's sad. That's sad. That is weak. I'm weak sauce right now. I am weak sauce. I know you don't watch Welly, so that's why I'm looking for someone different. I see that Welly is online. I know, and I raid Welly a lot. I usually do. I've raided Core before. Then again, let's be fair. Let's be fair. I have 3 viewers. It's not much of a raid, but I value you guys. They're probably going to barely blink an eye at getting 3. If they've got, if they're at 13, 14, 17, whatever viewers, 3 more isn't going to make that much of a difference to them or anything like that. But if I can find somebody who's only got like 1, who I've never dealt with before, who seems like they're doing okay, they're doing cool, then doing a good stream, then maybe I'll Let's see what this guy's got. I'm gonna see what this guy's got. Let me see.
I think that's weird. Like, jealousy in itself is really weird. Like the way I see it is like...
Okay. Do you guys hear him? I think you guys can hear him, right?
Give them your ultimate trust. Don't even doubt their shit. Like, you have that, bottle all that shit up in your mind, but never release it.
He's getting into stuff, huh?
And if you ever feel like something is up,
maybe he's interacting with his audience, and maybe they've taken him down some rabbit hole.
Very, very visual. Like, you know, keep an eye on anything they say. That
one thing I will say that this guy does need to do, you guys don't see his stream currently, but I will say that what he needs to do is he needs to stretch out his game screen.
It's really bad.
I will see that. But
it's due to previous relationships, like, all the time. Fuck, dude, I understand.
Yeah, a lot of that.
Previous relationships can shape.
A lot of people are like that, though. You know.
I mean, if you're analytical, maybe you could bypass it.
A lot of people are like that. Is that a thing for you, Muggles? Because I tend to limit that very much. I try to limit that. Especially since I also talk about my game in a more tutorial fashion. I try to limit that, the language. But, full disclosure, I spent a long time in the Navy, so you know how the phrase goes, talk like a sailor? Yeah, oh yeah. I can do that, that's for sure. But I tend, when I'm on my streams, I tend to limit my profanity aspect as much as possible, just because, you know, there are kids watching. Heck, my nephews tune in every now and then, and my brother has his, you know, will watch with his boys, and I don't want to, you know, I don't want it to be as bad as a lot of these other folks. All right, Mooks. Well, if you're gonna go to dinner anyway, then I might just go ahead and send it back to Welly, because I'm not finding anybody who looks like they're a good alternative in the cross-out stream page right now. We've got, you know, German and Russian and stuff like that. I mean, I could go to Energized, I guess. He's a guy. I know Gara likes him. Yeah, I could do that. Let's do that. We're gonna go to NRGZD_. That's where we're going. All right. Yeah, take care, Muggles. All right, I'm gonna send you guys, because I am logging off of this. I appreciate those who tuned in today, though. Welcome to Secret Squirrel Games. I am Secret Squirrel. If you guys are tuning in just now, you caught me at the end of my stream, but I am going to go ahead and send you guys over to Energized, and hopefully you guys will have a good time over there. Take care, everybody. Much appreciated, as always.